This is scary. When I was young, my mom used to make me go to the barber shop and get basically the worst haircuts on earth. And I used to think they were the worst haircuts on earth because she just used to make me cut it low. That's all. She used to say, "We need to save some money. We don't got time for your hair to be growing back, and we don't got the money for your hair to be growing back. So we got to cut it low." And if you're anything like me, or if you grew up in the era that I grew up in, you didn't have as much leniency when it came to like what you wanted your hair to be or how you wanted to look. It was more so what mom said goes, right? Or what dad said goes. And in those times, I would really, really, really not like it. I would really be afraid of what people would think about me and how I would look. I always wanted to just, look good, have a great first impression, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like it just ended up following me throughout my whole entire life. Like I always wanted to basically look good. I always wanted to, give off that good impression. And for the past couple of months, I've been questioning whether or not I've been who I wanted to be or who I think people wanted me to be. I was so concerned about what other people thought to the point where I kind of lost sight of who I am, to the point now I don't even know who I am. I think people would take advantage of me and use me even because I was so nice and I was so willing to go out of my way to help people out. And that really steered me into a bad direction because what would happen is I would end up pouring into everybody and not necessarily pouring into myself. And it really held me back for years. And I don't know if you struggle with this or you have issues with this, with just saying no or just not feeling like you have to do something for somebody. Where is this all coming from, right? Like what's going on? Like why am I trying to like, cut my hair down or whatever like that? I feel like I just need to start over. I feel like I have been missing something in my life for a long time, and now I'm slowly finding my way back to where I need to be. I made a video a couple months ago about connecting to source and stuff like that. And around that time, I was really questioning what I believed and, what I've been doing for the past, I believe, 7 years. I haven't felt connected. I haven't felt like I was part of something. I just felt like I was a chicken running with his head cut off. I just was running around learning stuff, looking for information, not necessarily having something to hold on to. And what that led to is me holding on to individuals and people that necessarily didn't need to be in my life and that were just using me for what I could produce or who I was. I think for a minute I was just trying to be something that I'm not. And eventually I want to grow into the man that I need to be. Me cutting my hair, it might not seem like a big deal, but I'm telling you, I really didn't like these haircuts. I felt ugly. I didn't feel good about myself. And I think I still never felt good about myself. I think I never really accepted myself. I just came off as a person that did. And I used that to push me forward. I used that to keep me going. But it was all just fake. It was all just a facade, a mask that I used to put on so people didn't judge me. And maybe it's the little boy in me that's still afraid of being judged or just seeking for approval in some way or the other. I hadn't been to church in about 4 years, and I went yesterday. And I'm not gonna lie, on the way there, I started like tearing up because for so long I felt like I was missing something in my life. And for the first time, I made the decision. It wasn't like my mom sending me or anybody else sending me, it wasn't no event going on. I made the decision to go myself. So I'm walking there, I'm tearing up. I get inside, I was late, I'm not gonna lie. I sit down, and the preacher starts preaching what he was gonna preach for the day. So it looks like I came in at the right time. The sermon was about feeling empty. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's how I've been feeling. I've been feeling empty. I've been feeling like something's missing in my life. And I just didn't know what to do. Didn't know where to go. Didn't know who to call. Nobody really understood. So when he went up there and he was talking, I felt that in my soul. It felt like it was made for me. I ain't been there about 4, maybe 7 years consistently to a church. And I walked in, and that it was like what they were saying that day really spoke to me. So I came home, you know, I'm still feeling weird. I'm still feeling uncomfortable because I'm like, is this something that I'm really trying to get into? Is this where I'm trying to go back? And everything inside of me is like, yes. You feel safe here. You feel good here. I remember during the end, he was like, raise your hand if you want us to pray for you. And I swear to you guys, I wanted to like cry right then and there. And I didn't raise my hand. I was scared. I was worried about what people would think. I was worried about how people would look at me. Part of me is even worried now because there's individuals that look at me as a spiritual individual who did all this research. And then to be going to God or becoming a Christian, how will I look? You know? You've seen some of my videos. I talk about the vibrations, all these different types of things. How would I look switching, changing? They would look at me as like some confused person. And I'm like, why am I so worried about what people will think? Like how I used to worry about how people would think about my haircut when I was young. My relationship with God doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It has everything to do with me and the God above. And I was afraid. I was afraid to be looked at different. I was sad that for the past couple of years, I felt like I wasted my life engaging in things that I probably shouldn't have been a part of. And I've been shown stuff. I've learned stuff. And I still found myself right back to God. So I don't know who I am right now. I don't know where I'm going from here. But I know that what I was doing before isn't enough. It didn't fulfill me. If anything, it just had me stressed out, worried. So, if you're somebody that feels like they don't know what they want to do or who they are, they're constantly trying to fit in or constantly trying to appeal to people, try and figure out if something is missing in your life. And if you don't have God or somebody that you could go to, I'd advise you to start looking. Because once you start grabbing, or once you start just walking through this world without nothing, and your loneliest of times, you'll feel like nothing. And hopefully, God could catch you before you let go. I really appreciate you for watching this video. Um, yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Have a great day.